In this video, I'm gonna teach you 3 advanced ways to DJ. So this video is divided into 3 sections. Number 1, how I automated my track preparation with Mix and Key 10.
How's this, Squidward?
Number 2, the 3 advanced ways I DJ and come up with amazing mixes.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
And number 3, bonus tips for DJing live.
We have technology.
Now, the lessons I'm going to teach you in this video are predicated on Mix in Key 10, but you don't need to own the software to apply any of these tricks or to DJ in the advanced level. Owning it will just help you a lot. Now, if you just want to jump to 3 advanced ways to DJ, feel free to do so. Anyway, there are 3 big reasons why I use Mix in Key 10 and why you should too. Number 1, and by far my favorite feature and why I bought this software in the first place. Mix and Key 10 can automatically cue point your songs upon analyzation. That's right, no need for endless listening, labeling, and hours of listening. Mix and Key 10 does all that in less than a couple of seconds per song. Now, these cue points made by Mix and Key 10 label what sections are what. So, for example, cue point 1 here is the intro, cue point 2 here is the build-up, and cue point 4 here is the chorus, etc. And this feature works with Rekordbox DJ, Serato DJ, and even Traktor. Number 2, it can detect the energy level of your tracks. And this is super important for me because as a DJ YouTuber who makes a bunch of mixes every week, I'm constantly downloading and DJing new songs every day. And my mind simply can't keep track of each song's effectivity or energy level. So having Mix and Key 10 tell me each track's energy level just helps me DJ with them more effectively as if I listen to the whole song and know each one by heart. Number 3, it can accurately detect the correct key of your songs unlike most DJ softwares like Rekordbox DJ and Serato DJ. You see, these DJ softwares honestly often get their analyzations wrong because their priority is not accurate key detection, it's DJing. So having Mix and Key 10 give me accurate keys in addition to auto cue pointing my songs and detecting their energy level just makes preparing and DJing a whole lot less tedious and time consuming. So I highly recommend getting this software, and if you want to get a huge discount on it, use the coupon code down below. So those are the 3 best reasons to get Mix and Key 10. Let's now move on to the 3 advanced ways to DJ. So the first advanced way is mixing in key, and you can learn how to do this in under a minute using my T method strategy and the Camelot wheel. This is the Camelot wheel, and you can think of this as a guide for harmonic mixing. And if you want to mix in key, just imagine a T sign on this image. So for example, if your current song has a key of 2A, you can mix a track that has a key of 2A, 3A, 1A, and 2B. So that's the basic way to mix in key. Now let's take things up a notch and learn energy boost mixing. And this type of mixing is an effective way to harmonically mix in key while also energizing and spicing up a DJ set. And it works by simply going +2. So for example, if you're mixing a track that has a key of 5A, you then mix a track that has a key of 7A. In a typical DJ set, this is the order I would normally play. So I don't always keep on jumping by 2. I tend to stick to harmonically in sync keys and insert energy boost mixing when I feel the energy of the dance floor needs to get lifted. Now, you may be wondering, what happens if you want to energy boost mix but don't have the right song at the right time? Well, you can sorta get the same result by enhancing your own build-up with the echo effect. This technique works because the echo effect adds more transients and choppy delays to the track, increasing the overall energy of the build-up. The most common question I get when it comes to harmonic mixing is, do you have to mix like this all the time? Well, it's ideal to do so, but you don't have to hold yourself to this style of mixing 100%. Sometimes I tend to just focus on the right track at the right time. So if I'm mixing straight 8A songs, I would sometimes jump to mixing a 3A song instead, then I would build my way back up to 8A. And the best way to mix between these keys when their key difference is so huge is to mix the next song at the current song's outro section where there are less clashing harmonies. The second advanced way to DJ involves utilizing the energy levels detailed by Mix in Key 10. And if you don't own this software, don't worry. You can still get by simply knowing each track's energy level by heart. And here's a chart to tell you what these numbers mean. But if this is too much for you, then just skip ahead to technique number 3. So how do you DJ using energy levels? Well, it's all about the build-up. So if you're an opening DJ, start with level 5 and slowly work your way up to level 8 as the night progresses and as the people get more into the mood to dance. It's important though to not jump energy levels like 5 to 7 because it'll seem like a new DJ just took over. You want to build the energy and not jolt it. The third advanced way to DJ is pretty challenging but very fulfilling. And if you want to mix like me, this is a mixing style to learn and it's called power block mixing. So this technique involves 3 things. Number 1, fast mixing where you only let the catchiest part of the song play out. Number 2, cue point so that you can cue jump to the best section of the song. And number 3, harmonic mixing where you only mix in one key. So this technique works by mixing and letting the catchiest sections of harmonically in sync songs play out. And doing this type of mixing takes playlist preparation, so here are the steps. Step 1. Analyze the selection of songs you want to mix. Step 2. Gather up the best songs of the same key and place them into one playlist. Step 3. With those songs analyzed, cue pointed, and prepared, play the best part of those songs and start mixing to the next song at their most notable sections. To reach those sections quicker, after you mix your next song in, trigger your cue point in which a notable section is in. If you want to implement acapellas or instrumentals, here's a quick tip. Loop your acapella and start playing multiple instrumentals with it and try to figure out which blend sounds best.
Rock it, don't stop it. You gotta rock it, don't stop. Keep ticking and talking, working all around the clock. Everybody keep rocking, don't stop it. You gotta rock it, don't stop. Keep ticking and talking, working all around the clock. Everybody keep.
So those are the 3 advanced ways to DJ. Let's end this video with some life lessons and tips for DJing live. Number 1. It's good to let breakdowns breathe and to only mix when the time is right. You gotta keep in mind that the crowd gets tired from too much dancing. And the breakdowns are there for them to recoup their energy, so let a song breathe sometimes so that you won't tire your crowd too quickly. Number 2. Always prepare an emergency mix/CD/USB just in case anything goes wrong. Now, for these mixes, I usually fill them up with songs that I know will keep the crowd dancing and on the dance floor. You just gotta keep in mind that the crowd will be angry if the music gets interrupted. So you have to make up for that by playing a really commercial mix while you figure out what's going on. Number 3. If you're DJing to a poppy crowd, bootlegs are good. And if you want to keep your mix exciting and fresh, I recommend playing a bootleg every 10 to 15 minutes, especially if you're doing a really commercial set. Number 4. Song selection is the most important factor when it comes to DJing, but playing the right song at the right time and doing it harmonically right is just the best feeling ever. And that's it. And if you're still watching this video, let me know which technique was your favorite down below and also include a piano emoji in your comment. And with that said, thank you so much for watching everyone, and I will see you all in the next one.